What's going on, everybody? My name is Tuck. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War League play class setup video that is still a mouthful, my god. Anywho, in this episode we're going to be covering a little bit of what happened with what they're calling a Season 2 Reloaded, which is just a big weapon tuning update that applied to a lot of the weapons specifically for competitive, specifically for League play. Along with that, we're going to be talking about what has been GA'd by the pro players, what the pro players are no longer using, what the top tier amateurs are no longer using. For those of you that don't know, GA, Gentleman's Agreement, it means essentially the people that matter in the competitive community have agreed not to use certain weapons, certain attachments, certain anything that's in the game because it just isn't automatically banned by default in the rule set, and two, it's considered overpowered in their minds. So most people that want to be respected within league play, within game battles, within wager matches, they will abide by some of, if not all of, the gentlemen's agreements. So I'm going to go over those, and I'm going to take you through the classes for the new guns that have risen to the top and might rise to the top later with the meta, and some of the guns that have fallen off the table due to weapon updates in this patch. Now, before we hop into the meat and potatoes of the video, the things you're here to see, I'm going to ask for some things from you guys. Out of the kindness of your heart, if you can find it inside of you, we are pushing for YouTube partner. That's no secret, that hasn't been a secret. I upload daily to this channel. I would appreciate you guys would drop a sub, drop a like on this video, drop a comment on this video telling me whether you agree with the GAs, disagree with the GAs, you like the new meta, anything. Tell me how your day was going in the comment section. I'll reply to all of them. And along with that, if you guys could share this video, that'd be much appreciated. And as always, just, I don't know, come back and hang out every day. There's content to be had, things you love to see. We're pushing for YouTube partner in the year of 2021. And then if you guys care about Twitch streams, I stream almost daily on Twitch. That's probably popping up on screen right here, right below me. If you guys are into that, thank you very much for anything and everything. And the last thing, all my social media is linked in the description. Why the Tuck on every social media that I have. Appreciate you guys, and now let's hop into the actual video. So, in what is being referred to as Season 2 Reloaded, the one weapon that has not had any changes that affected it negatively, there is the Krig 6, the Man AR. This bad boy is still the Man AR. It's not going anywhere. Optic, either mill stop or microflex LED, muzzle, infantry compensator, barrel, the Ranger 19.7 Ranger barrel. Body, if you want to run a laser sight, this is the one GA that's generally accepted to be okay to be broken in league play at least. Underbarrel, field agent grip. Magazine, I still run jungle style mag. A lot of people run the 40 round mag. Handle, airborne elastic wrap, stock, Raider stock. That bad boy is not changed. That is still the main AR. That is still the meta AR. Now this is where things get interesting, because you see my second class, XM4 G8 off the table. Don't use it. I just haven't deleted my class yet. Number 4, the AK-74U. This gun actually got a nerf to its muzzle velocity and its increased recoil over sustained firing. So the more you fire, the more it recoils. The class hasn't really changed though. If you want to run the 74U, I'm sure it still works fine. Muzzle brake 5.45, the 9.3 extended barrel, the Spetsnaz speed grip, GRU elastic wrap, KGB skeletal stock. That'll still get the job done, I'm sure. Right before I went to record this video, the QBZ had been GA'd. Sources per CDL Intel on Twitter, who is my primary source for most news when it comes to competitive Call of Duty. He is very tight-knit within the pro community, so he gets a lot of the news before anybody else does. So the GA for the QBZ applies to EU, APAC, and now it applies to the North American amateur scene and the pro scene. So that's now off the table. Alright, so now that we've covered the old metas, the guns that aren't going anywhere, and the guns that have gotten GA'd as far as rules go, let's talk about the two new SMGs that have worked their way in, or back into the meta in some instances. The Milano, the cookie from Pepperidge Farms that everyone likes so much. So a lot of these attachments across all the guns are going to sound very similar. It's because they are very similar. It's because they're the best attachment in that category. That's just how that works. And then some of these attachments I have on here because I'm not sure how certain agreements for leagues are going to work, so I'm just going with the safe bet. But the class I have for my Milano, I have no optic, I have the muzzle brake 9. As my barrel goes 8.9 extended. Why the 8.9 extended? Basically because this is the only barrel that doesn't have a downside to it. If you wanted to, you could very easily run the 10.5 Ranger. It does more bullet velocity, but you slow down when you're moving. So that's a trade-off. As far as this goes, it's just plus 40% bullet velocity. This is the barrel most pros use anyway, so if you want to play with the pros, this is the barrel you're going to want to use. No body attachment. Under barrel, you're going to want to use the S-FOD speed grip. That's just going to make you run faster. That's what SMGs are for. No magazine, handle, airborne elastic wrap that allows you to drop shot, stock, Raider stock. This is just sprint to fire time. Plus 10 aim, walking, movement speed, that's your strafe speed. Hipfire, downside, whatever. You don't really hipfire in this game, unless you're panicking. So that is one of the new SMGs, and the bad boy that's worked its way back into the meta, because when this game launched, the MP5 was the cream of the crop. It was the best gun in the game by far. I felt like we were reliving Modern Warfare 2019. It got nerfed heavily, but with the new current update to the 74U, this gun might work its way back into some situations. So if you want to run an MP5, the class you're going to want to use, same thing, muzzle brake 9. The 9.5 extended does the same thing, just plus bullet velocity, no downside, no body attachment. The SFOD speed grip, I said that wrong again. No magazine, airborne elastic wrap, again, so you can drop shot, and then the Raider stock so you can increase your strafe speed and your sprint to fire time. So as far as the current meta that applies to GAs and bans within the rule set and within the pro community and the competitive community, we have the Krig 6. That's the main AR. That's like the only AR that's viable right now. We have the AK-74U. That gun is still very good despite its nerfs. With the nerf to the 74U, it opens the door for the Milano. It opens the door for the MP5. So for the sake of competitive integrity and for the sake of having League play being the most fun and the closest experience to playing in pro play, I'm going to ask you guys, you're going to thank Papa Vondi, you're going to thank Uncle Tony, you're going to thank them for buffing the guns in the game, you're going to thank them for it, and then you're going to what? You're going to stop using the XM4. You're not going to use it. You're not going to use the QBZ. You're not going to use the two guns that are GA'd. Uncle Tony and Papa Vondi gave us new guns to play with. The new toys are fun, I promise. Try them out. Move on from the XM4. Move on from the meme cannon. And then let's have some fun in League play. I'll see you guys out there. Peace.